what's up, YouTube? As you guys all know, Bmf Season 3 it's been picked up. And it should be coming out somewhere between mid-2024. Now, with that being said, it's going to be an interesting season for Meek and Terry, because they're going to have decisions to make. What's going to happen? Meek is going to have to find out what to do with his boy, which went over to as you guys know, his boy was being blackmailed by the cop for turning over evidence against Meek, and in exchange he would put his mom into a nursing home, into a better facility home, which he did. And then when Meek's boy at the end backed out and didn't do what he said, he put him back in the hospital, put her back in the hospital, and she passed away. Spoiler. And he told Meek about what was going on, and Terry was not happy about that. Terry said he had to go, and you have to understand, the guy was under pressure. He can't just go to Meek and say, Meek, this cop is pressuring me. He's telling me he's trying to blackmail me, so I can turn against you and put evidence against you. Can't do that, because if he does that, then Meek is gonna have to say, you have no other choice to say, you know what, we have to get rid of him. He's about to turn on us. And so I understand Terry's frustration, but I also understand Meek's frustration, because that's his boy. They grew up together. And Terry's gonna have to have a lot of decisions to make between him, the baby's mama, his lover, all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna have to see how's he gonna deal with that, with him being in the game. How they're gonna take care of the Atlanta route. And Bmf is based on a true story, so 50 Cent have been hitting it off. 50 Cent have been hitting it off with with Bmf, with Power, with Ghost. They all have one thing in common, that they all drug related. But those of us who were born in the 70s know we can relate to the Bmf story, because crack cocaine was out at that time, and that's the way it was. I'm from the Bronx, and I seen people abuse crack and crack bars all over the place, and dealers going down, the corner spot. When I lived in the Bronx, you used to get your weed, your crack, only that through a door, through the peephole. It's old school. That's how old school I go back. I went to a Jamaican spot one time and asked for a nickel bag. They were playing dominoes, and they're like, go get it in the fridge. It was a club, and I just opened the fridge, the freezer, and there was a lot of weed in there. That's the way it was back in the days. But this Bmf is based on a true story, which is interesting, to say the least. And then what's going to happen with Meek's parents? Because now the mother knows the father cheated on him, the father cheated on her. It's going to be interesting season 3. I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy the show. I enjoy Meek's acting is not that great. Could be better. I'm a big fan of acting, and I give the opportunities, and I don't give the opportunities, but I like to see young actors act, and and when I see good acting, I'll say, yo, that's good acting. But Meek's acting is not that great. He could polish up on that. That's the only downside that I don't like about Bmf, is Meek's acting. But other than that, the show is very right. The plots are good. Everything's going. When you think things are going to happen, they don't happen. But it's a good show. Bmf. It's on Stars, guys. If you guys don't have Stars, if you have Amazon Prime, it comes on Amazon Prime, and there is a lot of APK apps out there that you can download, and you can watch these things for free. I'm not gonna say which ones, because YouTube bans you for that. But just look forward to watching BMF season 3 is going to be an interesting season. Let me ask you guys something. What you like better? Who, which you like better? Do you like BMF better? The Ghost, with Tariq, because Power, the first Power with Tariq's father. I mean, that in itself is epic. That can't be compared. But with Tariq and Power, that Ghost, that's interesting. And the Raising Cain, that's also interesting too. But tell me what you like best. Let me know what you think of season 1 and 2 so far. Are you enjoying BMF? Do you think where it should go? Well, we can't say where it should go because it's based on a true story. It's not like the other ones. So the events that happen here, they can be changed a little, but they mostly are based on the real life experiences of these two gentlemen, Meek and Terry. I forgot their names. The Florigan brothers, something like that. But it's based on a true story from Detroit. And back in the days, back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, Detroit was no joke. I remember when Detroit made the #1 murder capital of the world. I mean, of the country. You just couldn't go to Detroit. Detroit was real bad at one time. They were the leaders in they were the leader in automobile. You had Ford, you had Chevy, you had all these American companies that were in Detroit that were making automobiles, and they were big on that. But things just changed, and Detroit's not the same anymore. It's like abandoned, and I wish Detroit can go back to the way it was, and people can both go back to Detroit and buy houses. There's a lot of things Detroit can do. But anyway, so watch out for BMF season 3, mid 2022, 2024. If I get any news that it's going to be released in 2023, which I doubt, because I think Ghost season 3 is going to be out somewhere around December, because they started filming around in January. So I'm under the understanding that they already finished Ghost season 3. And I only say that because I saw the white boy, I forgot his name, the other day on TikTok buying a Rolex watch. And he said that he was already finished with the show. So we'll see what happens in BMF season 3, 2024.